One UI 6.1.1 is here for the Galaxy S24 Ultra and the S24 series, and I really hope that it will arrive very soon also for the S23 that I'm using to record this video. In this particular video, I'm gonna show you the best new features, because believe it or not, the changelog is huge. This has been one of the biggest changelog I ever seen for a Samsung device, and we all know Samsung are not doing a great job with changelog most of the time, but this time they really outdid it. So there are tons of new features for the Galaxy AI that I'm going to demonstrate to you. There are tons of new features for photo editing, video, and etc. There are also some things to improve health and life balance, and also, guys, productivity tips. So many of them, really so many little new things. Like I used to say, they gave us with this update so many new things, and yes, I agree, a lot of them are just tiny little things like here and there, but overall this is a very nice update, and I'm very happy to be able to present it to you. So buckle up, guys, let's start. And also, if you are here for the first time, please go back and check some of the older videos. If you want to check how this device performs against the Pixel 9 Pro XL in terms of camera, or even compare it with the iPhone 15 Pro Max or the Vivo X100 Ultra or the Xiaomi 14 Ultra, I have a lot of tests on photo, on video, on performance, on gaming, stuff like this. But enough is enough, and now let's start the real video. The way I'm gonna do it, because I thought that's the best way I would like to see it, hence what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you several sections. First, what you can do with photos, what you can do with the videos. Then I'm gonna focus on productivity. What are the new things that are incorporated into the One UI 6.1.1 in terms of productivity? And then I'm gonna show you all the new stuff that doesn't really fit here or there, like the live interpreter, also the new settings for calling, and there are really many little tiny improvements, but the keyword here is many. Let's start with the photos, and the first thing I want to focus is the unique portraits that you are now able to create. Alright, so far everything's standard. I'm gonna hit the edit button here, guys. We have the Galaxy AI. I'm gonna click on the Galaxy AI. First thing that you can see is sketch to image. This is a brand new function that arrived with the Z Flip 6 and Z Fold 6 series. Let me demonstrate, and I'm gonna try to draw a head. Okay, and then I'm gonna try to press generate. A lot of you ask me if this feature works offline, and I tested and it doesn't, so you have to be connected for this thing to work. And sometimes the results can be quite cringy, like I tried to draw a head, but what I got is actually a stone on my head, or let's say a shoe. But I tested this multiple times, and you are indeed able to get the achieved result. But of course it requires you to be a bit better. So let me try again, and this time I'm gonna try to draw a proper head so that the tool knows, alright, I want to have a head and not a stone on top of my head. Let's see, second take, Galaxy AI creating things with our hands using just the S Pen or even your finger. Okay, this time I think I got a head. What very much impressed me was the way that it doesn't really just bring objects onto your pictures, it also adds shadows here. Sometimes the result can be even better. Of course, you have to be better at drawing, and sometimes the results are a bit weird. As you can see, the head is not really on top of my head. So this is one thing that you can do with Sketch to Draw, and there are many other things. So I'm going to demonstrate the full power of Sketch to Draw, but I'm not yet done with portraits. Now let me show you the Portrait Studio. This is a brand new tool. All right, it allows you to choose between comic, 3D cartoon, watercolor, and sketch. And what is going to happen is that the tool will redraw you based on the style that you choose, and it's a hit and miss. Sometimes the result is very accurate, sometimes you just look like Jason Statham or like say somebody else. Okay, this is option 1. This quite looks like me, this a bit more like somebody else, and you can see how it goes. This is the watercolor, and it always gives you 1, 2, 3, 4 options. And now, guys, I'm gonna show you the 3D cartoon. We have to press generate, and of course there is a waiting time. And remember, this really doesn't work offline. So on device things, I know that's a bit debate. Yeah, the reality is like this. All right, this is the 3D cartoon. By the way, this guy isn't me, but it looks okay. So 1, 2, all right, a bit like me, 3 and 4. And now the last thing, guys, is the comic option. Let me show you also what that looks like. This is the comic one. As you can see, it really gets my hairstyle and the beard. This probably even a bit better. This probably is even very close. And now of course you can press done. You can also try to save those things. When you press this button here, these portraits are going to be saved to your gallery and you are going to be able to enjoy them. But we are not yet done with photos and portraits. Let me show you what you can do with One UI 6.1.1. You're gonna get the standard things here like remaster and background, but you're also gonna get something called the live effect. And now just look, this is amazing, because what it's gonna do, it will create a depth effect, which is actually really astonishing because it really works well on most of the photos that I've tried. And the best thing is you can save this as a copy and it will end up being just a video file in your gallery. And you can see it's been saved as an MP4 file, H.264 codec, 30 FPS with a fancy resolution. Check this scene here. If you have more greenery and also more background on the picture, the depth effect is gonna look even more stunning. And it's quite nice because what it does, it separates the object from the background and it applies different level of zooms, just creating this epic live effect. What do you think? Do you like it? Let me know down below in the comments. Now let me show more about that sketch to image. So this time I'm gonna try to draw a sun, so see how this is gonna end up. And I try to draw also mustaches and beards. This doesn't really work. I'm not sure why, maybe they don't really allow you to manipulate faces, human faces so much, but you can use this draw to sketch to draw whatever you want. And as you can see, sometimes it's going to be like this. Sometimes, by the way, the effect can be very real. And it's a very powerful tool to enhance your drawing and imagination skills. And since we're here, guys, let me show you a bit more. It is also available via the edge panels. Okay, so you just click, boom. Now let me try to draw the standard thing. Everybody's doing this. I'm just gonna try to draw a cat with some nice fancy mustaches and see how it works. Different styles can also be applied, hence enhancing your image. And again, don't expect some mind-blowing results. It's just AI, but I do believe it's way cooler than what I've tested on the Pixel with the Pixel Studio, where you just have to input a prompt. Now, sometimes, again, it can be cringy, remember, but most of the times you'll end up with just getting something fun to play with if this is your thing. And let me try to demonstrate furthermore. So I'm gonna try this time to draw a house. Okay, nothing fancy. Gonna draw a door here and some windows. So we have watercolor, illustration, sketch, pop art and 3D cartoon. Those are different from the Portrait Studio. Some of them overlap, but some of them are quite unique just for the sketch to image. See here, not that bad at all, right? By the way, always those pictures generated with AI will have AI generated content. I do believe this is a very important topic since a lot of AI generated content has been pushed on the internet and we have to be careful with this. So Samsung decided to put this tag here so that it's very clear that this image has been manipulated and generated from scratch with AI. Now back in the gallery for the photos and videos. Let's say you like a shot. Could be a photo, or let's say it could be just a moment from a video. Now what I can do with the S Pen or with my finger, I can hold my finger here and just take this object. So I can save it as a sticker, which I'm gonna do right now, or you can also try to copy and paste it. So right now I can create a sticker like original one, also create it with some cutout, with vintage and cartoon, and you can immediately save it to your gallery. Okay, so this is a very nice way to interact with your videos if you want to do so. Also, this is a standard video. You know what happens when I hold like here, I'm going to be able to slow the video down. Now the video has been slowed down. The moment I lift my finger, guys, the exact slow motion video is going to appear here where I have the option to download it. And then of course share it with your friends. How does it work? Lift my finger, I can click on this icon here, saving slow-mo clip. And this is so cool. Why? Provided it worked, because the thing is, when you just go back inside the gallery, I'm not able to find it everywhere, right? Better function is there, so maybe that's just a temporary bug and they're gonna fix it. But the thing is, you can clearly manipulate your photos and videos, create slow-mo out of them, save it apparently when it works, and also create stickers and just take moments from your memories that are stored in photos or videos. Now let me show you what you can do with videos. I can click on the hamburger menu, open them in the video player, and now guys, when I just tap twice here, I'm going to directly go 5 seconds fast forward or 5 seconds rewind. So it's a very cool and fast way for you to navigate through your videos. But this only works in the Samsung stock video player. Yet another example with sketch to image where I try to draw a head, and like you see, I really dig the fact that it applies shadow It looks so real, but sometimes, guys, it looks a bit awkward. You have to have really like a perfect shot in terms of composition, and then maybe the hat is going to be applied really on top of your head. But this was my original drawing, and this was the end result. Impressive, what do you think? And now let me try to show you more of that supercharged AI power. I'm gonna try starting write a note. You see here that you have the Galaxy AI. We had the writing style and the spelling and grammar, which was very helpful for text that you put in, and the tool with AI was able to change, adjust the text, and etc. But right now we have a brand new feature called the Composer, which will actually write text for you. So let me try to demonstrate it. You have to put your own idea, try to format it a bit, and then the Galaxy AI will do the rest. Email to my boss that I'm late for work, come up with an incredible story. So we have options here. It can be standard, it can be email or social media. And then guys, you have also professional, casual, and polite. Now let's just first choose the professional one. Hit that generate button and the new Supercharged Galaxy AI will write it for you. So this is it. Good morning, dear boss. I'm writing to inform you that I'll be significantly late to work today because while driving, I was flagged down by a group of local sports team, you have to put it there, cheerleaders with a flat tire on to a major charity event. I couldn't in good conscience leave them stranded, so I stopped to help. Turned out to be more complicated than I anticipated. I'm still working on this and etc. And you can just see how great this tool is. It can really help you with things like this. You can also try to use other formats like comment, but let's try something fun here. The new iPhone 16 is boring. Okay, calm down guys, that's a joke, right? Or maybe not. So now guys, let's just put it casual and leave it to comment, and let's see how sharp the brain is. I was really hoping for something exciting this year, but the new phone just looks like the last one. Honestly, they barely change anything. It feels like they're just out of ideas. What a letdown. And by the way, this was a comment. You can also create a social media thing. Sometimes it will even create the hashtags for you. And they're really great. Ooh, anyone else underwhelmed by this iPhone announcement? I was really hoping for some innovation, but it seems like the same phone, just slightly shinier. Am I wrong? Guess I'll be saving my upgrade for another year. iPhone 16, disappointed. So, this is the new Galaxy AI Composer. What do you think? Let me know down below in the comments. But the Galaxy AI can do so much more. Using the Samsung Internet browser, right? Previously, you were able to summarize pages. So I can hit here summarize and get all the nitty-gritty details on the latest PlayStation 5 Pro, okay? Which is actually not a big upgrade. What do you think? The new thing here is that besides being able to summarize, you're also able to translate it, right? And it's going to also translate the pictures, guys. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But the thing is, you're now able to translate all the pages using the Samsung Internet browser. Translation also has been supercharged in the One UI 6.1.1 update. Let me show you. Hey man, I'm from Bulgaria. Where is the nearest subway station here? Thank you so much.
Hey hombre, soy de Bulgaria. ¿Dónde está la estación de metro más cercana aquí? Muchas gracias.
This was the feature that existed before. It is the conversation mode that is actually very useful when you travel somewhere. Of course, if the languages are supported. But now we are also getting a listening mode. This works like this. Hey man, what is happening? How are you? So imagine you go somewhere to a lecture. You can put this on and just monitor the whole translation in real time. It gets even better because if you have some Samsung Buds, in my case the Buds 3 Pro, you're able to hook them up and listen to that live translation in real time. This is really a nice feature. The voice recording also was supercharged. Right now I can say something like, hey guys, how are you? Did you get the latest iPhone 16 Pro Max? It's incredible, right? Not really. And I close, save this message, and I'm gonna be able to get a transcription. So I'm gonna hit the transcribe button. All right, again, not all the languages on the earth are supported, but it's gonna get transcribed. If that would have been a bigger text, you would have gotten the option to summarize it. And the best thing is, this directly works inside the notes. Welcome everybody, let me share you my daily vlog. I got outside of my carriage with my latest Tesla, the Cybertruck, and I went then testing the latest iPhone 16 Pro Max. So I've driven over the 16 Pro Max, and at the end of the day, yeah, everything that you'd expected happened because the iPhone 16 Pro Max crashed, but then I did the same with my S24 Ultra, so the Cybertruck is very heavy. Thank you so much guys, please sub for my channel, then I want to get the electric Porsche. Alright, this was just a note that I added, guys. Right now, here, you know the drill. I can auto-format it. I can also summarize it when it has to be more than 200 characters. So let's now summarize it. So it's a daily vlog about testing the latest iPhone and the latest S4 Ultra. The Tesla Cybertruck is very heavy, stuff like this. So the summarization works like a champ, but then you're also able to translate this, and you can generate a translation. In my case, let's choose Spanish. Okay, I'm gonna hit translate here, and all the AI features are going to work with it as well. So here, this is the Spanish text. You can also press summarize and you generate a summary. So Galaxy AI is really not only fun to use, but it can be very helpful for your daily usage. And I'm going to show this in a moment of time, all about productivity, because we are not yet done with voice and with AI, because there are some new tips and tricks incorporated. Let me show you what you can do with the call settings. Now there is a new gesture to answer calls, previously swipe, but now you can also just tap to answer the call. And the best thing about this, you can also directly answer with using the speaker. So if you are somebody that uses your hands for something else, you don't have, let's say, the buds connected, and you always want to pick up the calls via the speaker, you can turn this setting on by default. And there are more things to calling. Let me show you. And what is your favorite drink?
¿Cuál es tu bebida favorita?
Me gusta cerveza.
I like beer.
Oh, thank you. I like beer too.
Oh, gracias.
Muy bien.
También me gusta la cerveza.
Remember Live Translate? I just demonstrated using Spanish and English, and yeah, we all do love beer. The thing is, Live Translate now works in apps like WhatsApp and also Google Meet. The idea is to bring it to even more apps, which is actually a great feature. Now let's talk about PDFs, because Galaxy AI was supercharged there as well. When you open the PDF using Samsung Notes, you're gonna get the well-known summarize and also translation button. So right now, this is the terms of services from Vodafone. I was in Greece some time ago, I had to buy a card. You can do a summary on the whole PDF, and not only this, but then of course, you're also able to translate it. It will take a time because this is a rather large document, but then as you can see, you're able to now directly translate PDF files. This is a clever function. And finally, let's talk about productivity. One UI is one of the best mobile operating systems out there, and I really stand with what I'm saying. Why? Well, first, because you can do tons of things without really having the need to tamper with your phone, like root it and etc., install mods. You can customize it like crazy with good locks. And now with Galaxy AI, you can be even more productive. And let's not forget, we have also the Samsung DeX. You can connect the phone to an external monitor and use almost like a desktop experience. But now, with the supercharge of Galaxy AI, a lot of these features, desktop features, arrived here. But let me first show you. First thing they did, when you open the Edge panel, you're gonna have the Smart Select. Now the Smart Select is even more clever, right? It's gonna shine like this, and then you can just do a circle to search, and it's gonna present your options. You can add it to a note, you can even just copy paste it from somewhere, you can click here or even pin it. So I can just pin this like this. So after the search, Samsung Galaxy AI will present you with some actions that it might think you wanna do. So for example, sketch the image. And a lot of these productivity optimizations are to be found under My Files. So let's say I go inside the internal storage. I want to copy my music folder. I can just hold it like here. All right. The moment I press copy, the new window, my target window, is going to appear in a pop-up folder. So I can very easily just click here and put it there. All right, I already have it there, so I can now just replace everything, and then boom, I will go back to my previous screen. But like I told you, there are even more things. Let me show you something that is very fancy. So let's assume that I'm frequently using the music folder. I can select it from here, and the moment I select it from here, I'm gonna be able to put it on my home screen. So now every time I wanna go here, just click the icon, boom, you're inside. This is what I meant by saying more of these desktop features are now arriving, and you can use them on your phone. You can do this not only with folders, but also with files. And the One UI 6.1.1 is just narrowing this gap between this thing and a real PC or laptop. Also, when using My Files and checking your images, you're now gonna get a full-sized thumbnails, which didn't exist before, which is extremely convenient if you have to edit multiple pictures, select them, remove them, copy paste them, or just delete them. So there are plenty of new things that arrived as part of this update. Now, again, some things are missing. For example, inside the battery, you're no longer able to find the battery information, and some things are still not working, like just saving your favorite part of video in a slow-mo. So you can save it, but I'm not sure where they go. Apparently, Samsung needs to further optimize it, and we are right now very close of getting the One UI 7 beta one, which is hopefully gonna come soon, and it's gonna be based on Android 15. So what I want to say is that the next few weeks and next 2 months are gonna be incredibly resourceful about Samsung and One UI, and I'm gonna be more than happy for you to stick around. I really hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if that's the case, let me know what is your favorite One UI 6.1.1 feature. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, VST over, and bye.